What's up guys, I'm Shams, and in this channel I'll show you how to make easy to follow recipes because you don't have to be a culinary chef to eat well. So let's get started. Today we're going to make Beijing beef, the second most desired toppings at Panda Express, and it's going to be better than Panda Express because episode of Better Than Takeout. Alright guys, please hit that like button below to spread this delicious recipe with everyone in the world. And now let's get started. So I'm using flat meat, usually used for carne asada. You can also use any type of flank steak. You want to go with the cheaper meat because we're going to deep fry them and then mix them with the sauce. These are already thinly sliced, and you can see the beautiful fatty side because you want that nice crispy texture. How nice and thin this meat is. All we need to do is cut them into bite-sized pieces. So I'm just going to split this in half because it's a little wide. Then we're going to cut them into bite-sized pieces. So I'm using 1 pound of flat meat, and this will feed around 3 to 4 people. So now we're going to marinate the meat with 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1, 2, and 2 tablespoons of Shaoxing wine. We're going to add in white pepper. In every Asian cooking, white pepper is essential. So about 2 teaspoons of white pepper, mix in. And after everything is mixed, we're going to let this marinate for about 30 minutes. We still want the meat to be room temperature, so do not put it in the fridge to marinate. So I washed my board, got a different knife. Let's get cutting to the veggies. You just want to cut against the curves. So we're going to cut this into bite-sized chunks, about 1 inch. So we did half of a bell pepper, so we're doing half of an onion. Bite-sized piece, like that. Still be about the same size as the bell peppers. A little more garlic, so I'm using about 8-9 cloves. Go with your heart desire, but at least use 5 to 6 cloves of garlic. Now we're going to deep fry the beef. So get that heat up to a medium high so it gets nice and crispy. We're also going to add in some cornstarch to the beef so you get that nice crispy golden texture. Add in some cornstarch, about half a cup or just enough to cover the whole surface depending on how much meat you're using. You just want to mix it in. Alright, you want to get that temperature up to like around 280. You want to cook them for about 3 to 4 minutes until you get a nice crispy outer layer, just like that. Give it a little taste to make sure the flavor is correct. Remember, you're cooking for yourself, so go with your desired amount of spiciness, desired amount of saltiness. 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. I'm using 2 tablespoons of plain white vinegar. You can use any type of vinegar you like, whatever you have in your pantry. About 2 tablespoons of ketchup is used widely in Chinese cooking. Sambal, I like a little more spice, so I'm going to go with the tablespoon. But you could go with 1 to 2 teaspoons, and they'll give you a good amount of kick. Also going to add in some brown sugar. I'm using 2 tablespoons tea, and this brown sugar will just balance out the whole sauce. The reason I like using brown sugar instead of white plain sugar into any of my cooking because it has more of a molasses taste and enhances the flavor even more. It gives more depth to the sauce, depth to the flavor, rather than if you're just using plain white sugar. You just want to give that a good mix. Place 2 to 3 tablespoons from the oil before into the wok and let that heat up to a medium-high heat. And once you see it smoking, you're going to add in the onions, bell peppers, mix it into the oil. You still on the onions a little crunchy because food is all about texture. Once you see it's getting a little more translucent, we're going to add in the garlic. Let that garlic infuse into the bell pepper and the onions. And you can smell that beautiful aroma. Once it's cooked down, we're going to add in our sauce. And we're going to add in the beef. just want to make sure everything is coated in that sweet, tangy sauce. Wow, this looks delicious. It smells amazing. Do you hear that crunch? Oh yeah. The beef is nice and crispy with the sweet and tangy sauce. And you get the natural sweetness from the bell pepper, crunch. You taste the sweetness coming through, then sourness, and then it hits you with that kick that we added from the sambal. Perfect blend of flavors and a delicious bowl of Beijing beef. And this is a must try. If you found this recipe helpful, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let me know what's your favorite item at Panda Express. Yes. So give it a try. Let me know how it goes. I'll see you next time.